Today, the evaporator expansion valve arrived in the mail. The first thing that we're going to be doing is disconnecting the AC lines right here and here. I'm going to start with the high side. This is the 17 and 19 millimeter. It's a lot easier than I thought it'd be. There is a little O-ring over here that I'm going to have to replace. Well, I was able to get this big nut off using the crescent wrench, and I attached the new O-rings, put those on. Now I'm wondering how I'm supposed to pass this through the firewall, because there's this foam, I guess it's a plug or a sleeve that goes into the firewall and around the pipes, and that's probably going to prevent me from being able to just pull it through. So let's just start with going into the interior and pulling apart the dash. Maybe there'll be an answer for me over there. To remove the glove box lid, there are only two screws involved. It's one right here, one over here. They're just a simple Phillips head. And there you go. Take a look in here. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow, that's easy. I had a chance to look around and see what all I need to do to remove the evaporator. Okay, there's a bolt right here. It's a 10 millimeter. There's another one up above right there. And there's this electrical connector right here. And there appears to be another one of those fancy little clamps back up there. You can barely see the handle. So let's start with this one down here. Huh. It's on finger tight. Alright. Okay, a quick little note. In order to make more room, what I'm going to do is unscrew this metal frame, this brace right here. That way I can have a little more access to trying to pull out the box. Okay, another quick note on the electrical connections. I don't know whose brilliant idea this was, but both of these wires are green. The only difference between them is one has a black stripe, one has a red stripe. It looks like the red stripe goes on the left. Black stripe looks like on the, yeah, this is black, right? Yeah, black stripe on the right. And I got these off by using some pliers. Just grab hold. Don't never grab hold of the wire, but you know, high up on the white body of it, and a pretty good yank. Got them loose. I've gotten all of the connections that I can see loose. So now it's time to try to remove the core itself. Oh. All right. Okay. Damn it. There's the one more hose right down here. It's a rubber hose. I believe this goes down and it'll drip out behind the front wheel. That's the condensation. So I need to get that off before I can pull the rest of it. Okay, well I got the hose off, and now it's quite the hat trick to try to get this thing. Alright. I'm going to start opening up the evaporator container. It looks like there's one Phillips head screw right here. It's a bracket that holds up the high side hose. And then I think I can just use a flathead screwdriver to pry these clips up. And it should spring off and get lost. And inside here I can see the valve itself. It's just three nuts right here. Well, anyway, let's get started. See? Like I said. Okay, I found the trick to these little things. I take a flathead screwdriver and there's a groove right here along the top. You slide the flathead in there, just pick it up, and they come off and they're still attached to the clip. Okay, I've gotten all the clips off. So let's see what's inside. Styrofoam case. Here's the valve right here. You need to undo this one, these two, and this lump right here. Looks like a tumor. This is actually this little piece right here. It is wrapped in some sort of foam. I'm gonna have to cut that away. And I'll try to reuse the foam and seal it together with duct tape. Oh, please don't let me break it. Jeez, everything here is so easy to bend. It's freaking me out. Got this nut loose. I used a pair of channel locks and grabbed it by the flattened sides right here to hold it steady. And then got over here, and I mean, it came loose really suddenly. Okay. There should be a series of O-rings, hopefully. No. Okay. Yeah, there are. And I don't have something that small. So that's gonna be... damn. For this last part, I got my trusty X-Acto knife. So I'm just gonna... Let's see, it looks like a clamp of some kind. It's an alien autopsy. There it is. It's just melted on. Damn. Yeah, I undid the little Phillips head screw, and basically I just muscled this thing open. I mean, it's just brass. It's real pliable. And there it is. Okay, well, I've begun installation of the new valve. I just need to put this piece on and attach this piece. Luckily, inside here is an O-ring. In my little kit of O-rings, I was able to find one to fit this connection. However, no luck for this one. So Okay, well, I had to run down to AutoZone and pick up a new set of O-rings. This is what they look like. It was about $6, and to find the right size O-ring over here. I haven't tightened this on just yet because, as you can see, like whenever I start to tighten it, the pipe moves around. So I'm gonna come up with a little method on how to assemble all this. Let's see. And what I'm going to do is basically put on the outer casing and then screw this bracket in place. That way it'll hold the pipe in place, so that way I can tighten here. Tightened the everything down. Now comes the clips, these little guys. I'm gonna go from the bottom and snap up into place. I finally got the box into place, and that clip right there, Jesus, if you, that thing's a hell to get on if you have big hands. Okay, the next thing to do is these the electrical connections right here. Right. And then the next part are the 2 bolts, one up there and one down there. Then after that, we need to get this other clamp on, and the connections on the other side of the firewall. I'm going to fully assemble the interior because I want to get this thing evacuated and leak checked first. That way it'll just save me a few steps in case I need to get back into the system and play around with the evaporator. And install the low and high side. But anyway, I think you get the idea. Just make sure that your O-rings are in place. Tomorrow morning I'm going to take this to a shop, have them check the system, run dye through it. Hopefully I can convince them to let me film while they do that process. I think that'll be pretty interesting to see. As usual, I guess stay tuned.